Have you ever wondered why we blink? It's one of those things we do all the time, around Kinsey 220 times a minute, without even thinking about it. That's over 20,000 times a day. It might seem like a tiny, insignificant action, but blinking is absolutely crucial for our vision and eye health. So, what if we just stopped? What would happen if humans never blinked? Let's dive into the fascinating science behind this seemingly simple reflex. First off, let's understand the purpose of blinking. Think of your eyelids as the world's most efficient windshield wipers for your eyes. Each time you blink, your eyelids spread a thin layer of tears called the tear film across the surface of your cornea. This film is a complex cocktail of water, oils, and mucus. It does three major jobs. It keeps your eyes moist and comfortable. It washes away dust, debris, and other tiny areas. And it provides essential nutrients to the cornea, which doesn't have its own blood supply. Blinking also gives our brain a split-second break, helping us to refocus our attention. Now, imagine we hit the pause button on blinking permanently. The first thing you'd notice, probably within seconds, is a stinging, burning sensation. Your eyes would start to feel incredibly dry and gritty. This is because the tear film would begin to evaporate almost immediately. Without the constant refresh from blinking, the surface of your eyes would be exposed to the open air, causing rapid moisture loss. It would feel like having a constant, dry wind blowing directly into your eyes. Within just a few minutes, things would get significantly worse. Your vision would start to blur. The smooth, wet surface of the cornea is essential for refracting light correctly so we can see clearly. As it dries out, the surface becomes irregular, distorting the light that enters your eye. You'd find it increasingly difficult to focus on anything. The world would look hazy and smeared, like looking through a dirty, fogged-up window. Your eyes would also become extremely red and inflamed as the blood vessels on the surface dilate in response to the irritation. Your body wouldn't just sit back and let this happen. Of course, it would go into overdrive trying to compensate. Your lacrimal glands, which produce the watery part of your tears, would start pumping out tears like crazy. This is a reflex to try and flush out the irritation and rehydrate the surface. But here's the problem. Without blinking to spread these tears evenly, they would just well up in your eyes and stream down your face, so you'd be crying constantly. Yet your eyes would still feel painfully dry. It's a cruel paradox. As the hours went by, the real damage would begin. The lack of moisture and oxygen would start to harm the delicate cells on the surface of your cornea. This condition is known as exposure care. The cornea would become swollen and cloudy. Worse still, without the protective barrier of the tear film, your eyes would be wide open to infection. Every speck of dust, every airborne pollen grain, every stray bacteria or virus would have a direct, unchallenged path to your eye's surface. The risk of a serious eye infection, like a corneal ulcer, would skyrocket. A corneal ulcer is an open sore on the cornea. It's incredibly painful and can cause severe vision loss. If left untreated, the infection could eat through the cornea and spread to the inside of the eye, a condition called endophthalmitis, which can lead to permanent blindness. So, within a day or two of not blinking, you'd likely be in excruciating pain. Your vision would be severely compromised, and you'd be at a very high risk of losing your sight entirely. But let's push this thought experiment even further. What if, somehow, you could avoid infection? Even then, the long-term consequences would be devastating. The chronic dryness and inflammation would lead to the growth of new, abnormal blood vessels across your cornea in a desperate attempt to supply it with nutrients and oxygen. This process, called corneal neovascularization, would further obscure your vision, making the cornea opaque instead of transparent. Over time, the constant damage would lead to scarring. The clear, smooth window of your eye would become a scarred, cloudy mess. You would effectively be blind. The structure of your eye itself would be permanently damaged. Your eyelids might even become stuck to the eyeball due to the severe inflammation and scarring, a condition known as symbophorine. It's a grim picture, isn't it? So, while holding a staring contest for a few minutes might just give you dry, tired eyes, completely eliminating the blink reflex would be a catastrophic event for our vision. It highlights just how brilliantly designed our bodies are. This simple, unconscious action is a non-stop maintenance system that keeps our windows to the world clean, clear, and healthy. This scenario also explains why people with certain medical conditions that affect blinking, like Bell's palsy, which can cause facial paralysis. Need to take special precautions. They often have to use artificial tears, ointments, and even tape their eyelids shut at night to protect their eyes from the very damage we've just described. It's also why it's so important to take breaks from staring at screens, as we tend to blink less frequently when we're focused on a digital device, leading to digital eye strain and dry eye symptoms. So, the next time you find yourself blinking, take a moment to appreciate it. It's not just a twitch, it's a vital, protective mechanism that allows you to see the world in all its beauty. It's one of the thousands of little miracles our bodies perform every single day without us even noticing. It's a reminder that sometimes the most important functions are the ones we take for granted. Thanks so much for watching. If you found this journey into eye science as fascinating as I did, make sure to hit that like button and subscribe for more deep dives into the weird and wonderful world of science. And hey, don't forget to blink. We'll see you in the next video, and stay curious.